Hello, everybody. Man, it's been a while. It's been quite a while. And I'm like, why is half of my StreamYard stuff not working? I have to figure that out because even the logo says StreamYard, but my logo is there. So I have to figure that out. Not today, not right now. We're just chatting anyways. Hey, Jay-Z. Hey, Peach. Hey, Steven. Oh, I feel like so much has happened since last time I've been live. It really has been. I don't even know how long it's been. It's been me at least a month, if not 2 months or a month and a half around that point. Holidays happen. My new job, I started that in September and tried to get into like a routine with all of the holidays. We had different schedules, this day off, that day off, this conference, that conference. It was a lot. I've changed classrooms. I'm actually in a new classroom where I'll be permanent. I'm very happy about that. Though the downside of it is I do really miss the kids from my old room. I love the kids from my new room. Don't get me wrong. I love them. But you're going to always miss those kids that you started with and bonded with. And I know they miss me because every time I see them, I literally get dogpiled. But I love it. Hey, Reagan. Hey, Sue. Hey, Megs. The Bunny Gathering. Yay. Hey, it's been such a long time. So yeah, that's kind of the school update. My job is great. I love where I'm at in the classroom. Kids are great. Even last night when I had my car accident, I was texting my teacher. Well, we were texting before the accident happened. And then I'm like, I'll text you in a little bit. I'm in an ambulance. Like, we will get into the accident. That was life before my eyes kind of thing. So yeah, I was in the hospital so the accident happened at 6:30. I left from the scene in an ambulance, both me and my boyfriend, and we were there till midnight. I mean, they did a neck CT scan. Everything was fine there. It didn't break my neck, thank God. They did, so as people might know, if you don't know, I have had surgery on my right ankle. A long time ago, my ex-boyfriend tackled me to the ground. He broke my ankle in several places. I had a plate and 6 screws put in. Then a year later, my body was rejecting the metal in my ankle, so they had to take that out. That was like 2012. So that's my bad ankle. I have nerve damage, all of that from it. That's my main driving foot. I never let off the brake. So within the accident, just the forward impact and going back, my ankle was throbbing. So they did an ankle x-ray, just really swollen at this point. Nothing major that I have to have surgery, fracture, none of that. They also did chest x-rays. Last night, I didn't have as much abdominal pelvic pain as I do today. My back's really killing me. My neck's really killing me. I have bruises all over my arm, my legs. Yeah. So let's just talk about that real quick. So I was out going to the store. I was going to do a live last night. So it was like 6:30 around that because the accident happened at 6:30. We were going to the store so I can get cartridges for my vape. And stopped at a red light. There was a car in front of me. We were stopped for at least a minute. When I tell you, I had looked in my rearview mirror, looked back for a second, did not see this car at all. This guy was going so fast that when he impacted my car, I never let off the brake. He pushed me into the other car. I couldn't open my driver door. The passenger door was the only door that would open out of the 4 doors in the vehicle. the guy that I had got pushed into, he got out of the car. He came to make sure I was okay. He saw that the car behind me was there. At that point, the guy was still in the car. I was trying to get out, couldn't get out. That's when Jake got out of the passenger side. I had to climb over into the passenger side. And that's when the guy that was, his name is Jerry. That's when Jerry was like, oh my God, where did the guy go? That's when we noticed the guy that had caused this whole accident had gotten out of the car and started, he wasn't really running, but he was walking very fast, walking. So at that point, I was already out of the passenger seat. I was looking at his car. We noticed that there were no plates on the car and that he had left the scene. Figured it's probably a stolen vehicle at this point. I mean, I live in a city. There's a lot of city crimes happening. My catalytic converter got robbed in front of my house, and we're in the suburbs in a nice area. Like, this is what happens when you live in a city environment. So, yeah, I was pretty upset. This is like my second favorite car of my life that I've ever had. Got me really, really upset. Like, we had just talked that same day about, like, me getting a new car and maybe either leasing one or buying one, but I wasn't ready to give up my car. Hey, Fred. I need to message after this. And it was just like, I was more like adrenaline pumping, anxiety. Like, you crushed my baby kind of thing. I know it's a really bad name, but I nicknamed my car El Chapo just because it was a black car and tinted windows, all of that. I don't know. El Chapo was a great name, though he's not a great guy. That was my car's nickname. And it just really, really got me upset. So when I noticed that guy had walked away, like, I got a good, clear view of what he looked like before I got out of the car. I was pissed. I mean, I even opened up his passenger door. I took pictures of everything that I saw in the car. He had spray paint in the car, all of that. Like, you could tell he was doing some crimes. I got so mad I closed that door and I freaking kicked it. It's like, well, the car's already destroyed. Not my car, his car. Car was already freaking destroyed. What the hell at this point? I was that mad. I needed to let my frustrations out. That's when the adrenaline kind of slowed down and I realized how much pain I was actually in. So yeah, that was that. Then we got taken to the hospital. Like I said, they did all the x-rays, CT scans. I was there for quite a while. I was in a neck brace for quite a while. My boyfriend is probably in a lot more pain than I am because he already has back issues. He was in a very severe car accident in his younger days. He's lucky to be alive. He was actually in 2 really bad car accidents that he was lucky to be alive. But just this one, it was just like, we both looked at each other kind of thing and was like, oh my God, what the hell just happened? And like, I know I had a flashback of seeing and being in an accident. It's hard to explain that. And I know he was probably feeling that way too. It was just nuts. And it was like, what if we left 5 minutes later? What if we left 5 minutes early? At this point, life is life. It's going to happen. I'm glad to be alive. It's unfortunate. And as long as we're okay, Jerry is okay. He actually didn't have to go to the hospital. He got to drive off in his car. Every time the cop would call me, I would check on him. He was a great guy. It was unfortunate that we had to meet in those circumstances. But yeah, it was very, very scary. I'm still very upset about the whole car. Like, even today, very, very upset. I didn't want to get rid of it. I am looking to get another Jeep. At this point, we have one of our best friends, close friends. He has a truck that my boyfriend is already looking at. So we're going to figure out a deal there where Jake will be getting the truck and I will just have to drive the Tahoe from right now until we figure out what kind of car I want to get. Yes, and it's funny because my grandfather always was like, "Are you okay? Is whoever in the car okay?" When my mom got into an accident, and she thought like he was going to be devastated when she crashed the Mustang at a very young age. He's like, "As long as you guys are okay, that's all that matters. We'll figure out all the details after." And my grandmother said the same exact thing. And it just reminded me of him so much. And that's all I knew. Like, get a Buick. I had a Buick at one point. Well, it was a family vehicle. My grandmother had the Buick, not the one we're living with, but it was my dad's mom. And when she passed, we got the Buick. My mom drove it for a while, and then I drove it. It's a good car. It is. I am thankful that I had a steel body car, because I'll tell you that they don't make cars like they used to. That car took a big impact, and the damage, if I have pictures, I can show you guys. I just got to block out my plate, even though I probably won't have the same plate anyways. But the trolls on the internet, it just, the steel body took so much of an impact. That car saved our life. It saved our life. So Buick, they make steel body cars. That, I would take a Buick any day. I have had a Grand Marquis, and that was the car I got into my accident when I had a seizure. And that car definitely saved my life. They don't make cars like this anymore. Everything's like that fiberglass plastic shit, and I don't like that. I want a steel body car that can take the impact of crazy people that drive on the road nowadays. I'm more mad, though, that this guy had stolen a car, left the scene of the accident, and was just such a degenerate that he just didn't even stop all of that. Like, I just don't get how people can do that shit. Like, what point of your life are you in that you have to do that shit? It's not right. And I know it's hard times. I get it. Just, I know the cops were still surveillancing the area looking for him. And they got all the footage from Ring doorbells, businesses, all of that. So they have an investigation going on. When I was at the car looking through his car, not really looking through, just taking photos of the inside, I know I saw him about 7 cars up, just standing about the parked cars. I know it was him. I started going up to him, and my boyfriend stopped me because though we don't live in a bad area where the gas station we are going to, it gets sort of worse the further down you go. And nowadays, too, you don't know. Someone could have a gun on them. I wanted to beat the crap out of that guy so bad. I knew it was him. But I also knew, like, that was my adrenaline pumping. That was me being so frustrated, everything going through my head. I had to stop myself. And then we had this amazing guy who really only spoke Spanish, knew a little bit of English, come up to us. He said to the cops, that was definitely the guy. She saw the guy. He saw the guy. He knew that was the guy. The guy was sitting there looking, waiting to see what happened before he actually went across the street, went through a backyard, and God only knows where he went from that point. Elemento. So that was like the crazy accident. You never know what's going to happen. Life can change in a blink of an eye. And all these people that sit here, don't get me wrong, I sit here, I watch YouTube all day when I can, when I'm not working. I get it. But all these people that are like, oh my God, did you see what she did in this person's chat, that person's chat? Oh my God, she supports this person. It's all fucking pointless. Why are we fighting over YouTube shit when there are so many real things in life that are much more important than this bullshit? Yeah, fight or flight trigger. Exactly. Exactly. Don't think the M1 is in the US. No, hey Jake, is there a BMW M1 in the US? I think he went downstairs. He also has his headphones in. If he comes back, I'll ask him. Let me start that so I can remind him. You know him, he knows all of his cars. I do like BMWs, don't get me wrong. I'm in love with the Jeeps, man. I don't really like the new style body of the Jeep Grand Cherokee. You got to remember, Fred, we get a lot of snow over here, too. Though we have not had a snowstorm this whole winter, and I'm very upset about that. But the Jeep, it's like, I might go for a Wrangler. If I could right now, say I won the lottery, I'd be getting a Gladiator. A Rubicon. One of those. I've kind of, the more I see it, the more I fall in love with it. I have a feeling. At first, it was like, a Jeep truck? That's not even a truck. But the more you see it, the more you like it, kind of thing. My car is totaled. It is totaled. You can't, like, the whole alignments of the doors, all effed up. The front end isn't as bad. The hood is a little crunched. The back of it, though, was smashed in. Thank God for the hitch on the back of the car, because that got hit first, and then it pushed in. The guy that hit us, his car is, like, the whole hood was crunched up to the windshield. I'll have to post pictures for you guys. I'll have to post pictures, whether it's on Twitter. I can post them in Discord. I know some of you are on Discord. I'll post them in Discord. Oh, my mom. How's it going? Church is sending healing prayers. Mom, if you're watching, I love you. You're crazy. But I'll post the photos, even on Instagram. I don't really care. But I'll post the photos for you guys so you guys can take a look. Jake has more photos, and I keep telling him, send me the photos. Send me the goddamn photos. Could be worse. It could be go for a Tesla. Tesla is not even like a thing on the East Coast. It's mainly on the West Coast, California, over there. I know Texas has a lot of Teslas. On the East Coast, I don't think I've ever seen a Tesla. Maybe one. And like the charging stations, the only charging station I have ever seen is a one charge station at the Dunkin' Donuts closer to where I used to live. That's it. Because we have like 5 Dunkin' Donuts in our area. I don't even know where I would be able to charge it. And I heard Tesla having a lot of issues where, the self-drive crashing, all that crap. Heard a lot about that. Only like 450 BMW M1's made or something like that. So probably not in the US. Not completely sure. I don't think it's in the US. I'm waiting for Jake to come back in. He would know. He's a car person. But they have something similar to the M1s. Maybe. I don't think Mike has them, though. I don't see charging stations either. Well, Van Luke, I know, has a Van Luke 7 on YouTube. I know she has a Tesla, and she's in Texas, probably closer to the Houston area, because I know she's close kind of to Rich Lutz. They're friends and all of that. But so maybe not where you are, but maybe closer to like the city areas. So as I'm away too, let's go over some of that. So before Thanksgiving, I know I talked to you guys. I had RSV. That was the beautiful, horrible cough that I had for a long time. Then 2 weeks before Christmas, I got COVID for the first time ever. I was down and out for a week. I went back to work, which we had a couple days before Christmas break. Thank God for that. And literally all of Christmas break, the 2 weeks that we had off, I slept. I still have a COVID cough, I guess they call it, Could be because I was just getting over RSV and got that, and it's just a lingering kind of cough. It's sometimes I have the coughing fits, not as bad as it used to, but the cough is still there. It sucks. That was the first time, though, the whole time that I shouldn't even be saying it, Covina has been around, that I actually got it. It wasn't as bad maybe as most people because I have the shot, I have the booster, but definitely sucked for those 2 days that I was really like high fever, felt like I was dying, and then slept. I slept so much. But I will say, though I missed you all, because that was really the thing. I missed every single one of you guys, talking to you guys, all that. It was a needed break. Sometimes you need that mental health break. The holidays, it's always rush, rush, rush. Do this, do that. Who are you seeing? Whose house you going to? A lot of it. And it was nice to have that break and kind of get things in order more and feel better from all the sickness and germs that these kids give me. So, are you jabbed? What do you mean by jabbed? Oh, jabbed as in the shot. Yeah, I've been jabbed, if that's what you mean. My mom kept the for quite a bit. She sucked on a bunch of hard candies. Oh, cough drops. That's what I've been sucking on too. But what are they? The Ricola cough drops actually suck. I prefer the Halls, the berry ones. That is. I don't know why everyone talks about Ricola cough drops. They're not that good. They really aren't. Yeah, it's not pleasant at all. No, it's not. Yeah, the shot. Yes, I got both shots. I think we got the Mirena. Yeah, we got the Mirena. We got the boost. And not that I wasn't going to get the shot, but one of the main reasons I get the shot was so that we could go to his grandmother's house for Christmas. And that was 2020. That's how long ago I got it. I think that's when that's when they started offering it. So, what a month and a half it's been. But I'm happy to be back. I was hoping we could do Friday night game night. That, honestly, I told Miranda, I was sitting here. I've been watching a lot of crazy, you know how I am. I watch a lot of crazy shit on YouTube. Things you guys probably don't even watch. Some of them, maybe we have something in common and we watch. Though I don't collect toys, I've been watching what are the hell are the balls called? I can't think of the names of them. But it's like the tiny little toys that look like food or toys from the grocery, like little toys, little food items. Been watching those. And the Miniverse, which is ones that you actually have to put together. They're little mini things that you put the resin, the little chocolate bars, things like that. It's a whole bunch of stuff. But pretty cool, dude. I've been watching a lot of that. Watching a lot of the salvo pancakes situations. They're kind of like unboxings, but they're opening these balls that have 6 slots, and each slot has a toy in it. Here, watch. Let me put it on YouTube. My whole YouTube are these toys now. Like, no joke. You go onto my YouTube home screen, and it's like Disney, because they have Disney ones. They have regular, the food ones and toy ones. They have a whole brand of toy ones, golden balls. They have the Fxllxng ones where you get like bags and little fashion bags. Yeah, crazy, cool, weird toy stuff. If you want to check it out, GB Kaleem is one of the guys that I watch. He's really awesome, really cool, and a lot of these unboxing of these toys and stuff. And he's our age. He's not like a kid. and very cool. Like, I don't know if I'd ever start collecting them. I just like, it's more of like an, I don't want to say ASMR, just interesting to see these people making such tiny little toys that are replicas of actual items. It's very interesting. That's Miniverse. That's the ones I was telling you have to make yourself. Oh, I can't believe I can't remember the name. My brain is so effed up from this accident. Like, I couldn't even remember the name of a strain of, I'm not even going to say it because I got in trouble for saying Leafy. They actually struck my channel because I was telling you guys over a year ago, check out this site to get what strain is which and that. And YouTube, like when people say YouTube is cracking down, they are cracking down. So you people that think that you're going to get away with all this BS, all the trolls out there, you're not going to get away with it. If they can strike for me saying a WEED website that just gives information about the strains, you think that harassment, bullying, all of that is not going to be pushed, let alone this whole like advertising, your Cashapp and all of that. They're cracking down. They are really cracking down. Oh, they had the LOL surprise. They're blind bags, pretty much what these balls and bags are called that they open and stuff like that. So if you ever like look up blind bags, it'll come up too. But you would be surprised. There's a lot of toy channels. Mini brands, that's what it's called. Mini brands. Cool ass things to check out. Been watching weird stuff like slime videos. Like, hey, Selfie Queen. I just saw that you're going live too. Gotta check out Selfie Queens, Peach's channel, The Bunny Gathering, all of my friends here. Cool Frog, Memento. You all got great channels. You gotta check them out. Fred, of course, Fred. Fred and me will be back to doing our Sunday crazy ass streams that we do where we look at cool things and kind of like a podcast style, though we show stuff like when we decide to go on our crazy theme park, like what kind of theme parks are around the world or in Denmark, which they have way cooler amusement parks than we'll ever have over here. Definitely to go. But there's just been a lot, like the whole Salvo pancakes thing. Now, that was during my 2 weeks off of work that all of this happened. I actually am watching Keemstar. I'm a member of Keemstar's community. Never thought I would say that. Though I really do love Keemstar's girlfriend, Brantley. She's really sweet, really amazing. We connected on Twitter. She's awesome. There are some things that I don't like about Keem that I'll never like about him. Just like his look at me, I'm superior than everybody else kind of an attitude. Or he does things for the video aspect of putting it out there without that kind of part of his personality. He's a great guy. But because he's done YouTube for like literally 15 years, it's how can I make that next buck? And I get it. It's his work. It's all of that. Those are the people that do YouTube as a job. Like, yes, there are people that do YouTube as a job, but that's what people strive to be, is that kind of a drama alert, like kind of creator, or like even like Tana kind of creator, where you have millions of followers and you're making money, that it's a substantial living expense, that is a job. For me, this is a hobby. Clearly, I'm not monetized. Even when I get monetized, it is still a hobby. Do I like looking at what is going on in the influencer world or in the social world? I do. I'm more like this because I get to hang out with you guys. Oh, Salvo, where do you want to start with that situation? Well, a good video that I actually just watched. Now, Stardust is someone that I don't know. So I joined the Salvo name Discord to kind of get the inside scoop, which if any of them are here, yes, you guys are awesome. I've made some cool friends in there, had a great couple laughs for 2 weeks. Now I'm a little behind on the Salvo stuff, but Stardust did an amazing video. I just put a link in the chat. It's kind of it's only 24 minutes. It doesn't go over the allegations and the crap that happened where he had girls drinking piss. And yeah, he had girls drinking pee. So he's kind of been, since he started by trolling. We know him from the Def Noodles situation where he went there to roast Def Noodles and then Def Noodles pushed him off the stage. That's where I kind of introduced him into this channel. And we were all, yeah, for Salvo, though he was a dickhead. Let's be honest. He was a dickhead. There were things I didn't like about him. Then there was things I laughed with him. But then the more and more that like things happened, like Fireball was awesome, but then the people that won Fireball, come find out, never got paid. The people that were in the chats, that they were doing a contest where if you were in the chat, you would get half of everything, just like the people in the Fireball game would get half. None of that money was received. He went after Tipster. He went after Xylee. He went after so many different creators, and Stardust goes over it. And you know how I am, where I'm OCD with the timeline of events. That's what Stardust did in this video right here. Goes through the timeline of events of who Salvo Pancakes is, where he came from, and how he got to where he ended up. She doesn't go over the allegations, but she is making this memoir bigger because she's getting more and more information. And from this memoir, she's going to make a memoir on the allegations. So come to find out with Salvo, this is what happened. He was part of he started trolling Keemstar, which led to him getting a podcast with Keemstar. And one time there was a Buffalo snowstorm, and Keemstar was like, if you come, like we'll put you up, like we'll have fun. This is perfect. We can make so much content, all of this. Him and Chris the Narc decided not to go, that it was just that bad of weather, they're not going. So Keemstar got a little upset, which I don't blame him. And this was before like the snow had started, like get here a day before kind of thing. And it was a bad snowstorm. They had like a foot of snow, not more. That pissed Keemstar off. And Chris the Narc, who is the video editor assistant person, he was trying to kind of make the situation better because he was friends with both of them. He's like, well, maybe you should just talk to him. And Keemstar's like, I don't want to talk to him. They'll put him on. Chris the Narc put him on during the stream. And that was like, Salvo, you're fired. Chris the Narc, you're fired. Then, you know, they kind of made up, but they were still not going to be doing this anymore. He would be a guest, which he ended up being a guest on the show with Edwin's Generation, or as people know him now, Homeboy Edwin, where they met up and went to Buffalo. Edwin was there with this girl that he was seeing, Babs, and it was what we all thought a cool situation. We were all excited for Edwin, that he was talking to this girl, and it was cute. Well, a week or two went by, and this is where we find out that Salvo was being a sex pest, as they call it, where like, you know, Someone that sits there is like, oh, come on, just send me a picture. Just send me a picture. Just do this. Oh, why can't you just send me this? Or in Babs' case, come to find out, when Edwin was visiting with Babs and Salvo, we find out that they had a threesome, and it was more that Edwin and Salvo were pestering her to do something she really didn't want to do, and being asked over and over and over and over and over and over again, she finally just whatever. Now, when they had the threesome, she was drunk. On the car ride back, it was like a 6 to 7 car ride hour back, I guess Salvo wanted to touch her feet, and she was like, whatever, foot massage. But it turned into, let me just whip up my thing and start jacking off while driving. And that's what Salvo did. She had no clue he never asked about that. He just did. A lot of things went on. There's a girl named Clara who had been talking to him for over 6 months. She thought Salvo and his wife had an open relationship because this is what Salvo was saying to her. Come to find out, it was all a lie. She was betrayed. She was hurt. There's up to 30 girls. 30 girls, 30 allegations of Salvo doing this with other females, just kind of sex pestering them. Hey, Tittles. One of the girls that he convinced, who has a lot of mental health issues, just a lot of personal issues going on in her life, he convinced her to drink pee from the toilet. Because of all of this, she ended up trying to take her own life, and it's a very sad situation. She's still, I know her name, but I'd rather not. I just want people to leave her alone. She's personally going through a lot, and she needs that space. But, people want to know. People want to know. That's just how people are. I get it. Just leave her alone. So pretty much what happened was, this girl, her name is Pee. A bunch of these girls ended up talking and found out Salvo was all doing this to all of them. So they went to the Salvo news team, which was Parking Tigers, CJ Browning, Luke. There's a bunch of them. Abby Blackbird was part of that. They mainly went to CJ and Parking Tiger and said, hey, this is what's going on. We need your help. Keemstar found out about the situation. So he was talking to the girls, but CJ Browning, who was part of the Salvo news team, wanted to get the information out there kind of before Keem. It's still debatable in that situation. So he went live on Wednesday before Keem did the live on Thursday, where the allegations were actually brought to the table even more than they were the night before. So Keem kind of got on like, well, the Salvo news team is just looking for clout, and it was a whole big thing. They've been back and forth. Keemstar's good. Keemstar's not good. Keemstar's good. He's not good. It's very crazy. And then now Salvo is back online. He just got his Twitter banned, though, again. And he's just like, yeah, so what? I got these girls drink piss. So what? I got all these crazy sex fetishes. Da-da-da-da-da. Yes, all these girls consented to what they did. But when you have someone going, well, just please, come on, please, pestering them, you get to a point that you get so irritated, you're like, you know what? Fuck it. It can be in any situation. Especially where he is going after people that are more vulnerable. And he knew that he could do this too. Keemstar is a very polarizing person, but I generally believe people's focus more on his cons than they do his pros. I agree there, Bunny Gathering. And you know what? For the longest time, I was that person where I would focus more on his cons than his pros. There are still some cons that I really don't like about him, but for the most part, there are more pros. Like, and I hate to say it, Brantley is one of them. I think she's great for him. Yeah, Brantley's amazing. I seen her. Yeah, she's on Xylee. Her and Xylee get along really great. Got the Salvo stuff from Xylee. Xylee was one of the ones, so I know you were there probably a couple of these times, Peach, where when he started going after Xylee, Salvo, he would find her wherever she was and take all of his group of trolls to go over there and bark at her and call her a dog. Like that. This is how trolling Salvo was. And he had all these people rooting for him. And it turned into, now he doesn't have these people. It's like, we are Salvo. That was their hashtag. What do you mean by that? And now nobody wants to be We Are Salvo. Like, he does have some supporters that are still diehard stans. But a lot of them are just like, wow, I can't believe that he did all this shit. And a lot of it, like the Salvo News team, they had no idea this was happening. And it was a big shock to all of them. And they got betrayed the worst because they were closer to him. Even Keem was really close to him. I will say Keem did know more than what he let on. But as he was saying, and I do get this, when you are friends with somebody and they're telling you their personal business, that's personal. You're not going to go put that on the table. When he's saying, oh, I have an open relationship with my wife, and then he goes and does this, and Keem knew about it. He didn't know about the threesome, but like he knew about other things that were happening. And he wasn't going to be like, oh, let's just go and put this on the internet. It was a personal matter between the two of them. Just like if Peach came and told me something, I'm not going to go blast it all over the internet because she told me. It's a personal matter. If it comes out in the end, then it comes out. But that's not my responsibility to break a trust with to go and tell the whole internet. No problem, Tittles. Now I'm moving my computer. Let's hope the thing doesn't shut off my hard drive for a second. It's so screwed up, especially since Edwin has been linked to one of the, Mama's ex-girlfriend. So and this is kind of heartbreaking. So Edwin played it off that he didn't know. He got betrayed by Salvo too. Then that's when we found out about the whole Edwin was in on this whole thing with Babs and the whole threesome and car ride and all of that. And he was very for Salvo more than anybody. It was weird. Like, Salvo could tell him to jump off a bridge, and he would jump off a bridge. Like, and I never understood that because Edwin has never been that. I've been watching Edwin since Edwin's generation, like for years, when he was with his ex-girlfriend and they had that whole channel together. Like, it's been years I've been watching Edwin. And for that, it just felt like such a betrayal to his subscribers that, like, you were leading us to believe that you had no idea that this was happening, to being in the allegations. Yeah. And some with me about you. Yes, exactly. I wouldn't ever tell anyone your personal was. Yeah, exactly. Like, even today, you text me and was like, can I let people know about your car accident? I was like, yeah, that's fine. That's how friendships should work. You trust somebody that you talk about personal things with. You don't want that to be broken. So I get where Keemstar is coming from. And then there were some things like, well, why didn't you say anything to the Salvo News team? It's like, it's the same thing. He was telling us this, and we didn't, like, this is stuff that we were friends kind of talking, not bringing forth. The only reason they brought it forth, these, like, I still say claims because some of them could be claims and allegations, because we were friends. I mean, Keem knew way more than the Salvo News team. I will say that. I understand, but the way Keem was, like, talking to them, it was like, well, why didn't you say it? Da, 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 da. It's like, well, we know why you say it. It could be the same reason they didn't say anything. it's a lot. There is a lot happening with the Salvo stuff. I have a whole folder and then some. I have video clips. I have DM messages. I have tweets. I got so much stuff on the Salvo situation for those 2 weeks that I had off for a Christmas break, and that's all I did. I have the Twitter spaces after everything. I don't have recorded, but I was in the Discord where they had conversations after the guitar show where these allegations came out and just what people felt like and how they were upset. And then Keemstar came into the Discord. Then Edwin came into the Discord, and it was just like one after the other, like so much hurt from the situation. I know there's been more allegations that have come out, more things said. And you know what? When Salvo returned, he went on his little world tour. Anyone that wanted an interview, he gave. He went on even channels that aren't even monetized. I honestly almost was like, well, maybe we should have him on my channel. And I would grill him very freaking hard. But at the end, I was like, I don't even want that guy near my channel. I don't even want to associate with him. I am an SA victim, though these girls consented. You have to still see it in the perspective that if they're in the right state of mind, they're vulnerable individuals, and you have someone saying over and 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 over again, you get to that point where it's just like you say yes so you can get this person to shut the fuck up. And it sucks. It sucks that it's even like that. I agree, Buddy Gathering. I think he has some serious, major issues. He is definitely a narcissist. He always said that he put on this persona where he wasn't like this in real life, but then he got into character. The whole Red Bar community, he was kind of doing and portraying how Red Bar is, kind of trying to mimic that. And the guy has some issues. I mean, he's literally been on YouTube for a very long time. Another person that did a really good video, I'm trying to think if I can get the link real quick for you guys. She did a really good video. She went all the way back to like who Salvo was, and it was really, 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 really good. Let me see. I should have the link. If not, I have the video. They gave her a hard time too, because she actually put out this video before all of these allegations came out. And it was like, well, maybe you should have listened to her. She was trying to say something. I have so much old Salvo stuff because, yeah, Graham.
Yeah, Joey wanted to know how you were feeling. I told him, well, she's going to feel the 3-4 days she'll be back.
Thank you, Graham.
Yeah, so.
Sorry, guys. Yes. I do. I really do. Thank you again. No, she was just, I guess she just talked to my uncle who actually picked us up from the hospital, and he was just checking in on us. So she was letting me know. No, I'm good. Thank you, Graham. Do I want anything else? She's the best. She's the best. I love her. This cough is killing me. But it was Paige Christie. So if you go to Paige Christie's YouTube, the video should still be up. That's what I was checking. She did a really good video before all of these allegations about who Salvo. Oh, if some of you don't know, because I heard about this, but Salvo went to high school with Jake and Logan Paul. He was at Jake and Tana Mojo's fake wedding in Las Vegas when they had that whole thing. That was how many years ago? He has been trying to be an influencer for a very long time and never succeeded. He had Life of Sal, which was his YouTube channel. He had another channel. I have so much stuff on this guy. So much stuff. He had so many different channels. And finally, with the whole Red Bar community, he got into this salvo pancake and being this troll and finally making it. The fireball definitely helps. The whole Deaf Noodle situation, battle and roast Deaf Noodles, that was a huge. That's how this guy made a name for himself, and people found out who he was. Well, Paige Christie goes back all the way back from when he was in high school with Logan and Jake Paul, through the years of him trying to do YouTube and be an influencer and all that, up to where he was at that point, which was before allegations on YouTube, just being salvo pancakes. That was a really good video. It gave up more of like an understanding on who he was as a person. Try to get the link for you guys. I know Miranda's probably faster than me. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, she just did the regarding Trishieland. So yes, I heard that Trishieland got taken off of the Reddit, and now apparently they're disputing revenge. I just said the word corn. I have not been on YouTube for a long time. You can tell I don't know words that I've just been talking. Not online though. She also did James Charles as a Predator, unironically. That seems like a good video. I haven't seen it. Yes, here's the salvo video. It's one of her best videos on her page so far. 12K. Well, actually, debunking the established title scam is way better of a view of the 8K. Right here in the background for a second, so I got the link for you guys. I'm gonna X out, so maybe I can get off of that before that happens. Ah, thank you. They broke up at the right time, I think. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's a lot of the salvo situation. There's a lot of back salvos like, oh, the salvo news team, they sucked. And he's trying to like out the salvo news team, but there's no really outing them. Now he's trying to go after like Parking Tigers and Claire, the girl that he had been talking to for 6 months. And he's trying to say they have a relationship and that they're not doing so good in this relationship. There's a whole bunch of stuff happening. Honestly, I can't even keep up. Even when I kept up for those 2 weeks, so much came out in those 2 weeks that I couldn't even keep up. I stayed up late on the Discord. I think I stayed up to 7 a.m. one night, just going over everything. And what else came out? And this allegation came out. And this allegation came out. Now this happened. It's a lot. So props to all the people that have all the information, because it's a lot. And I know I got at least 2 weeks worth of information and then like a couple of informations here and there that I've been seeing. But it's very hard to keep up. Like, I know that I think CJ Browning. I don't really know. There's just so much going on. New server just dropped. Hashish, okay. There's so much going on, and I know Parking Tiger's been tweeting like crazy about Salvo. It's a lot. I like the people in that server, though a lot of people might not like them. Like Xylee. I know Xylee doesn't like the Salvo News team, but there's some nice people in there. Am I going to go like in depth with them and be their best friend? No, but I don't mind chatting with them and, you know, watching movies. They had a movie night in the server. That was fun. We got to get back to that in my server, but that was fun. Oh, no problem. Yes, I know Cindy is, that's another thing that's been happening in this community. Bunny gathering, if you see Grace Case, or I know Peach said like she's been coming in on socks. There's issues with this girl Grace Case that has been friends kind of through the community, and she's been trolling hardcore on Cindy and JJ when they do lives, but Cindy's channel. And I have not really kept up on that because it happened just recently, but I've heard about it, and I just wish that people wouldn't just be so childish. Like I said, there's so much more to life. You can lose everything in the blink of an eye. Why are you wasting your time trolling and causing drama and having like all this craziness happening on YouTube? He said, she said bullshit. For what? It's so stupid. It really is. But as I said, people are weird. Sometimes we'll never understand it. Sometimes we might. And that's all really what YouTube brings. Trying to think what else. Oh, so I wanted to watch Miss Universe, and then the accident happened. But I did catch up on it today, and I'm happy to say that Miss USA won Miss Universe, and that's been quite a while since Miss USA actually Miss Universe, and it's the 71st. It was the 71st. That was crazy. Logan Paul's got himself into some BS with the whole zoo crypto. Coffeezilla did a video on him about this zoo crypto and how he screwed over a bunch of people. And Logan finally addressed the situation on his Twitter with a 3-step plan. A $1.3 reward for all the disappointing players. So it sounded like they had to play this game to get like crypto money. I don't really know anything about the actual crypto zoo. I said zoo crypto. It's crypto zoo. And like what it involved with the whole crypto and me, it's a whole thing. But I will show you that really quick because it's only a 2-minute video of what Logan Paul says in his 3-minute plan. Hello, Lisa. So let me really show. I mean, interesting because I want to know what you guys think. Do you think after we see this video, if Logan Paul is actually going to follow through with this plan? I mean, we know the Logan Paul controversies of life. The hanging forest with him and taping that and having people, you know what I mean? He's had a lot of different scam schemes, allegations, cancelizations. I want to know what you guys think when I show you this. So I'm going to share my audio. Yep. I might have to mute my end. This is the Logan Paul tweet.
Coffeezilla is not a criminal. I called him. I apologized. My initial response to his series was that of fire, an ego, flair, whatever it is, pride. I'm a fighter at heart, and I was defensive because I know I never scammed anyone with this project. I never made any money, never sold any tokens, and I only had the best intentions going in. But the fact is, suing Coffeezilla is not going to help CryptoZoo holders, so I do need to focus my attention where it should be, which is on fans and supporters of me. You guys mean the world to me, so I'd like to announce my 3-step plan moving forward. Step 1, Jeff and I are going to burn our Zoo tokens so we have no financial upside in the game, and it will add value to holder tokens. Step 2, we want to offer a rewards program for players who are disappointed in the status of the game. So essentially, you're going to be able to burn your base egg or your base animal for the mint price, which was 0.1 ETH or the equivalent in BNB. I am personally committing 1,000 ETH to this, which is about $1.3 million. Right now for players who want to get out. And then step 3, obviously finish.
I wanted to pause it. Plus, if I pause, it'll load faster. That's where I got confused. It was like you can burn your egg, then something, or your animal. It's like, so is it a game where you get crypto money? It just sounded so weird. I don't know if any of you know anything about the crypto zoo. I need to look into it more, though. Crypto and me are not friends because there's just so much to the whole crypto universe that I don't understand. So this was something before even he had another crypto that he was doing that never worked out. And it wasn't this crypto zoo. So let's see what else. The last minute.
And deliver the game as outlined in the white paper by completing the egg bridge from ETH to BSC for base animals and base eggs, completing the marketplace, and obviously completing the releasing your animals into the wild to accrue your yield. To say I am disappointed in how this was handled internally is an understatement. There's a full internal investigation going on.
I don't know why, because I have internet service. So that's the other thing. We are still in. I gotta convince my grandmother to get this fiber optic. She's all like, "But when you move," I'm like, "But doesn't I'll still give you the $60 a month? I just need fiber optic. I'm not on my Comcast. I should be. That's frontier bullshit. But I have full service." Now he's talking, of course. I hate that it loads.
It's unfolded thus far, and I want people to know that they can trust me and that I'll always take care of the fans and people who support me. I appreciate your guys' patience while we do our internal investigation, and I promise to be transparent and disclose any information.
And that's where it's like, do you trust Logan Paul to disclose all of this information? Is he going to do right by paying these people? It seems like they still have to play this. If it's like a game where you go, it seems like they still have to play this game to get the crypto. It just seems weird. And like the people that did invest into this crypto zoo, they have been following Logan for a while, and they, even through all the scams and schemes and the cancelizations, they still trusted him enough to buy this crypto. Also, this isn't all right. So, nope, Logan is a bad egg, period. He's known for his degenerate behavior and won't express any remorse unless his back is against the wall. Exactly. Also, this isn't the first crypto scam Logan has been involved with. Some might remember the whole Dink Doink. That's what I couldn't remember the name, the Dink Doink, where he took like the little graphic. It was a South Park like image, and he stole that to do this Dink Doink. Yes, I couldn't think of the name. Thank you, Bunny Gathering. I don't know. I feel like he has enough to pay the 1.3 million, but it's still like cryptocurrency, like 1,000, whatever he said it was. So are these people actually going to get their money back? Or are they only going to get this crypto that might not even translate into money in the long run? We will see clearly as the time goes by. Hold on a second. My boy needs me to mute for 1 second. Oh, I want to ask you one thing on live. Do we have the M1 BMW here in the US?
I have no idea.
There we go. All right, I'll be 2 seconds, guys. Sorry about that. I am also in the process of cleaning out. So we have where we are right now, we have the whole upstairs, which is a bedroom, the bathroom, and then a whole nother room, which we consider our living room. And I'm cleaning out a corner in that living room area to be able to live stream there because we're not. So I don't know how long we're going to stay here. I like being here with my grandmother because I know I can protect her. I can be here if she needs anything. I am technically still cleaning her house. I was cleaning her house before we lived here and keeping up with it because I live here now. And I like being able to, let alone it gives her a peace of mind. And we just have had so much fun with her. I get all the Italian cooking and stuff that I haven't had since I was a kid and I miss. And I know my cousins are jealous because I'm here because I get that firsthand with my grandmother experience. Love it. I love it. As you can see, she had to tell me and make sure I was okay. I love it. But we are saving our money because we do want to buy a house. So that's what we're doing. But in the meantime, I'm going to make a little space where I can live stream and not be in the bedroom where I am. So, I mean, we mostly spend a lot of our time in the bedroom, but we do go in the living room and all of that. So my laptop is like it was back when I was in the apartment on my end table next to my bed because it's easier. And it's like, okay, you have a laptop. It's portable. Yes, I have a laptop that's portable, but I also have 2 hard drives that are plugged into it. I have another power strip USB that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 USB cords, one being my vape charger, one being my mouse, other one being a charger. It can go to my nail lamp or my earbud lamp. My earbuds. And something else that's USB, my phone. So, I mean, I have a lot of stuff. So, and my camera that's hooked up to the laptop. So, when I move my laptop, I'm moving all of that. So, at least if I have a desk of that set up in the living room to live stream from, a lot more on-camera action from me, not just my little stupid emoji, my earbud lamp. My brain is fried after this accident. It's all over the place today. But I can just bring it over there, set it up, have it there, and then if I need to, leave the hard drives there and just bring the laptop in at night. So I can watch some YouTube and talk about how crazy people are with you guys. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on though with Logan Paul and this Zoo Crypto. If you really want to check out what happened to lead him into this whole situation, Cashapp, or AKA _YouTube Twitter, is who pretty much like outed him and said, what are you doing about the situation? This is the scam that he did, and Logan has not addressed this. What the hell is going on? And it made him have his back against the wall, as the bunny gathering said, and he had to come out and say something. So it's definitely interesting. But all these people in the comments too, it's so funny. He said, I'm sorry for how things unfolded. He refuses to believe he is at fault. Exactly. He said, full investigation on whoever is accountable. Well, isn't he the one that's accountable? And now he's treating CoffeeZilla like he's best friends, that they don't follow each other. Yep, exactly. Omnia, actually, but I call him Omino. I watch his channel. He has some funny videos. Where he goes on Omegle and does funny Omegle videos. But people really don't think that he fixed this situation. So look, egg refund right now, 0.1 ether, whatever that is, equals, is that a negative? It's a little squiggly line. not a negative, but $150. Well, how much did they pay for it? It looked like when the egg was made, $350. So they're not making their money back. They're lucky if they're even getting half of their money back. That's craziness. So yeah, look, a base animal, a bear, $140.34. Top bid. So it looks like you can bid on animals and then have like an animal for your crypto zoo. I'm learning as we go. This one, crime instead of prime. There's going on though with this, but there's a lot happening with the whole Logan Paul situation right now. I will say that. Trying to think what else has been happening on YouTube that I've been watching. I mean, I've been creator stuff that's been happening with like, what would you consider them? The 90-day fiance community. I don't have a side that I'm on per se, which some people don't like when people are not having a side. But so I've watched a couple of streams with Anna and Maria, Drop the Mic with Anna and Maria. I've watched Days on Blast where she's doing the Amber Chronicles, which honestly, though I like Amber, it's been a good laugh. Going back 2-3 years ago when all the crap was happening with Amber into now, I've enjoyed it, though it might not be the best enjoyment for some people. I've enjoyed it. I have not really watched Amber since she's gotten into the Michelle Goes Live, though I have been looking at Michelle Goes Live more, which is from the Molly Golightly. She was like Molly Golightly stalker who was crazy. She has a lot of crazy issues going on, and that's another person, very crazy, a lot of issues going on in her head that she needs to get fixed. But Amber went from 90 Days, John Yates community over to the Michelle Goes Live, MGL, and outing her. And now other people are on that bandwagon. I know Roadhog is covering Michelle Goes Live. Then there's the MobTube community, which I don't really know much about, that have been attacking Maria, I believe, and just who did that, who's on Michelle's team and who's not. And it's just crazy. Have I watched some of it? Yeah. Do I have a clue what's going on? More than likely, no. But it's something to watch. The guy is nuttery than a squirrel's fart. That's a good one. I've also really enjoyed, and I know like the people that are in the 90-day community don't really like this pair, but I do. I really enjoy Jolene and Busy. Though they make fun of people that I do talk to here and there, it's a lighthearted making fun of. They're not going real life. They're not like hurting. They might be hurting people's feelings a little bit with their side jokes, but it's humor. It's not like bad humor that it's bullying. It's haha laugh. I enjoy that. I do. There's some things that they say that I'm not so fond of, but that's how it's going to be with any creator that you watch, whether people believe that or not. No matter what you watch, there are things that you might agree with and you might not agree with. There are things that they say that you're like, yeah, you're so right. And there are things that, oh my God, that was disgusting. That's just how it is. It's how you handle the situation or how you choose to represent yourself. And that's what some of these creators in these smaller communities don't understand. They see me in like Maria's chat or in Roadhog's chat. It's like, well, you support Roadhog, so you support everything this guy says. No. I'm there supporting. I am listening to what he's talking about, but does not mean that every single word that's coming out of his mouth, I am agreeing with. Sometimes I just think he makes people laugh. And there are some people that I think that he is talking about and giving his commentary on that need to be out there. And people need to know about these people because they are scamming a lot of people. One of them being the crazy stalker. Thank God, knock on wood, he knows better than to talk shit. But what he's still doing to other people is not right. What's going on in his life? Yeah, that's a little tough. But you know what? Karma's a bitch. Maybe you shouldn't be this evil fucking human being and do the shit you do. Come get you. A little tip for Miss Siwa Moon, and I'm going to say her name because I don't care. You're over there, I heard, because I haven't watched you since I left your community. I hear, though, that you're over there doing spells and hexes on people. I want to remind you, girl, you were the same person that said, oh, I don't do these hexes and spells that are going to make people hurt and have issues, because when you do a spell that is a negative spell, it comes back to you in threefold. So just remember, when you're sitting there putting hexes on people, it's coming back to you in threefold, and the only person that you have to blame is yourself. People need to be more kind in this world, more understanding, not so much of an asshole. Take a fucking joke, have some fun, enjoy your life. You never know what is going to happen, if you will even wake up the next day or be here. So why not enjoy it? Why have all of this crazy shit for no fucking reason go on just because you don't like somebody? You know what happens when I don't like somebody? I move on for my life. That person, maybe it's not right, but I put that person's dead to me. I don't give a crap what they say, do, any of that. I don't watch videos that they make on me. I don't care. I don't care what they have to say about me, because you know what? I know who I am. Want to get to know me or want to hear who I am will. And I will prove who I am each and every day, and not have to sit there and be like, well, this person said this about me and they lied about this and they lied about that. No. Because I know what the truth is, and I'm going to sit here and always talk the truth. There are things that I have done that I don't agree with. There are things that other people have done that I don't agree with. But I know how to take accountability, unlike some of these people that sit there and don't know how to take accountability. One of the biggest YouTubers that I've talked about here on my channel is Trisha Paytas. That girl has done so much shit to people on YouTube, and never once have I heard her take accountability for anything she's done. There does need to be more kindness in this world. And you know what? I learned that last night, especially with getting into the accident with like that Spanish-speaking guy that he, and just heard about making sure we were okay. The driver that we got pushed into, Jerry, him making sure that we were okay. And even me just checking up on him when the cop called. The first thing I asked was, how is he? I shook his hand. As I said, I hate that we had to meet in this circumstance, but I got to meet him because he was such a nice guy in a horrible situation that helped calm me in a horrible situation, making sure we were okay, making sure my boyfriend was okay, making sure that we had everything that we needed and then some. There's not enough kindness in this world. Even in real life situations, everyone is out to get others, or they're just in it for themselves, kind of like even at the shopping center. It's like, well, you were in my way, so I pushed your shopping cart. How about you go around? How about you say, oh, excuse me, there's not enough of that. I was raised to have respect for others. I was raised to help anyone that needs help and be kind. it comes back to you in good karma, not bad. You do something nice for somebody, it comes back to you. And I believe that. And that's why even working with 4-year-olds at the school, I try to teach these kids that if you do wrong, apologize. Say you're sorry. It's okay. Accidents happen, even if it was on purpose. You need to apologize and be respectful. I miss you too, Pat. Oh, don't worry that you're coming in late. We're just chatting about everything. My break from YouTube, things that have been happening on YouTube that I've witnessed. And then I talked a little bit about my accident that I was in last night where a guy hit me full speed, at least 60 miles an hour. I'm saying top speed, didn't even land the brake, hit me at a red light and pushed me into another car. And then he was driving a stolen car, no plates, and fled the scene. I did talk about that a little bit. I am doing good. I'm just banged up. I mean, I'm happy that I'm alive, to be honest. It could have been so much worse. And my boyfriend's like been thinking all day. He's like, what if we were on the bike? And it puts into perspective because like I've always got on my dad's motorcycle without a helmet because in Connecticut, we don't have like a helmet law like New York. Never thought twice about getting on the back of a bike without a helmet. Now I have. Have I lost friends on motorcycles? Yes. Has my dad been in a motorcycle accident? Yes. Has my uncle been in a motorcycle? Yes. Have I had friends in motorcycle? Yes. So it's more of a perspective now. Like, so many crazy drivers on this road that we need to be more safe. So we are getting helmets as soon as possible. And we're coming up with like, all right, if I'm going to look behind me to make sure like that whole situation with this guy just flying, I'm going to tell my boyfriend like car or go, something. We're coming up with a name for me to say. So he knows, go, get the hell out of the way because there's some idiot driving like a lunatic. It puts everything into so much perspective that we have such a short period of time on this earth. Why spend it dwelling on the negative and just being positive and enjoying it? Yes, I have Monday off too, so I am taking it easy. Honestly, the only reason the camera's not on is because I am laying in bed on a heating pad. I have ice on my neck. And I'm resting. But I'm talking with you guys, and that's what I enjoy. So that's what matters. I do know that Selfie Queen is live. I do want to check her out. Hey, Lucky, I have a question since I have not been around for a while. How is Mike Malloy doing? Is he better? From last time I heard was the COVID again. How he had gotten that. I hope he's better. Any Kanye news? Oh, Kanye news. I just saw that. Well, apparently he was going after Kim hardcore again. Someone said that he got married. I heard it on the radio. And I was like, wait, Kanye got married? It was like 2 weeks and he got married? What? I didn't hear that. I'm actually looking it up right now because I actually forgot about that until you said it. Yeah, no, he's not married. Let's see. All about Kanye West's new wife. Yes, he is married. He got married. This is from a day ago. Bianca Sensory. He was all for getting Kim back. I want Kim back. I want Kim back for a while. And then bam, out of nowhere, he gets married. Come on, Kanye. Right there. He needs some help as well. He'll give you some good news too, because I'm honest with you guys all the time. I did have my first therapy appointment yesterday. Well, Tuesday and then yesterday again. So I will be talking with my therapist every other week. And I'm very happy about that situation because I'm meeting since August to get this appointment. And I'm also very excited because the therapist that I used to see that I really, 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 really loved, who actually had a heart attack and passed away, one of the girls that was always in his office, he is actually going to be my therapist. Because I talked to the main doctor first before her. So my first appointment will be with somebody that worked hand in hand with my therapist that I loved so very much that passed away. So I'm excited about that because at least we have that connection. She understands where I was coming from in that sense of having therapy with my old therapist. And I have faith. I have faith in it. Yeah, so Kanye got married in Australian Yeezy designer or something. Oh my God. I couldn't believe that though when I heard it on the like, what? He got married? So it says, in case you haven't seen the push alerts, frantic group texts, or Instagrams about Kanye West has allegedly tied the knots with Yeezy designer Bianca Sensory in a private ceremony, according to, well, everybody. And because I know you may be surprised, let me spare you the extensive Googling by telling you the following. This is what Yahoo News is. I'm reading. I can actually share my screen so you can see it too as I read it. That is crazy. Oh my God. Honestly, he needs a good therapist. He's got a lot going on. I mean, him and Kim were together for how long? Kim. The guy has a lot going on. The rapper who was spotted wearing a wedding band on that finger while on a lunch date with Bianca at the Waldorf in Los Angeles recently. The marriage may not be official as they have not filed for a marriage certificate. So pretty much the same thing like where Courtney and Travis got married at the Little White Chapel. They considered it that they got married, but they never had a marriage certificate, and then they had that whole other ceremony. So it could be like, we went to Vegas, got married, but it's not official because there's no marriage certificate. In their eyes, you're married. But if you don't have a marriage certificate, it's not legally married. So practically every single thing you need to know about Bianca can be found right below. So it goes into her. It looks like she's a model. Oh, for his fashion show. That was the one where North was on stage singing. Okay. Spotted looking cozy, grabbing a bite together. So they really haven't been together for that long, it seems like. I like that jacket he got going on. Is that a jacket that just ties in the front? Or is it, if it's just a jacket that is a jacket that ties in the front, that's pretty cool, dude. Not with the flip-flops, though. Oh, my gosh. There we go. Hot as ever, Kim. Oh, what did Kim have to say? Just remember, the black sheep usually turns into the goat. Keep doing you. I cannot believe he got married. Like, they had not known each other for very long. They couldn't have. I mean, yeah, maybe they knew each other through the times, but they were together for a long time that it was like, well, let's get married. Because she's been part of the Kanye brand since 2020. Okay. So they knew of each other. Who knows? But still. Blair Waldorf. I used to watch Gossip Girl all the time. That was a great show. Oh my God. So because I've had so much time on my hands. That's my boyfriend's phone. If you have not seen on Netflix and Georgia, you guys need to go check that out now. It's a great Netflix series. And of course, Wednesday, which is about like Addams Family Wednesday, which they just got confirmed for season 2. That whole series was awesome sauce. So the Ginny and Georgia, they have season 1, 2 just finished. And then Wednesday they have just season 1. They got picked up for season 2. Oh, yes. So I gotta do that too. So let me do this. You saw it because in Aussie, and it came out in the Australian article. See? So you're in Australia? Oh, I want to visit there one day. I'm surprised my alarm didn't go off. I gotta check out. Remind me to set my alarm, babe. So that way it goes off every Sunday. Yeah. Drive safe, please, after everything we've been through. I know. He's only going down to the store, but hey, that's what we did last night. We are only going down to the store. I had my slippers on, for God's sakes. I was in a Captain Morgan's hoodie because I just really thought we were going to the store, and all of that happened. So, oh, that's so cool, Melissa. Yes. Oh, I love Australia. One day, the Australian Below Deck is one of my favorites. And then they all have the Australian accent, though not everyone's from Australia. I love that. Oh, and now my mom's calling me. So, guys, I am going to go. We've been on for an hour and 33 minutes. Go check Queen Cindy's live. But I will see you guys in a little bit. I have Monday off tomorrow. So maybe I'll do a live. I think I set Monday night game night. So let's do game night and have some fun. I love you all, and I will see you guys in a little bit, less than 4 hours. So, or about 24 hours. Bye, guys.